Tether can help with keeping track of your repeat contact volume as well as pulling apart what might be affecting that. There are some general metrics we recommend, and we'll go through them below. When it comes to repeat contact, we'd want to be able to track your weekly call volume and your average daily call volume. Tether allows you to place goals, so if that volume is a little bit too high for your liking, you can always put a goal on there and see if you are keeping on track with that goal. Tether also allows you to place deltas on these reports, so you can see from the week prior, is your average weekly or average daily call volume actually higher from the week prior or not? Other important metrics to measure in regards to repeat contact is your average handle time. So the average handle time on this call set is 6 minutes. We can place goals for our average weeklies up here. We can also place goals for where we'd want that average handle time to be sitting. So for example, we'd want it to move from a 6-minute to 5:30. Tether is also good at helping to show how a specific behavior is impacting your average handle time. So the way we keep track of repeat contacts is with the category, and we built that category off of the voice of the customer. So when the customer says things such as, I called earlier, I spoke to a representative the other day, or phrases like that, Tether can actually see how that might impact your average handle time. So for example, that actually bumps from 6 minutes to 6:19. And again, we can also place a goal if we wanted to. The biggest metric to track is what is the percentage of your repeat contacts in your call set. So right now we're sitting at 19.1% have at least a mention of repeat contact on them. And we placed a nice delta on there so we can see how that might be increasing or decreasing from the week prior. Off to the right is the exact same report except from a trending view. So we can see on a daily perspective what our repeat contact percentage is at, and then the average of 19.1%. A good effort to also keep track of when it comes to repeat contacts is the percentage of your difficult interactions. And the way Tether tracks that is if the call has a Tether effort index score of less than 4, it means it lands in that difficult interactions bucket. So right now we're sitting at 7.8% of the calls are labeled as difficult interactions. And then we can also see how the mention of repeat contacts from the customer impacts that percentage. So when a customer is talking about that they repeatedly contacted you, the percentage of difficult interactions actually goes up from 7.8 to 19%. Tether, from a high level, allows you to keep track of all these general metrics, but we can also help pull apart what is driving repeat contacts. So what is the specific reason your customer is saying to you, this issue is not getting solved and they're having to call you back again? Tether has a cloud graph. It quickly illustrates how some reasons such as schedule no-show or missed expectations, no call back, or a bill refund inquiry are what's actually driving your repeat contacts. And not only can we measure what's driving repeat contacts, but we can also measure when a customer is saying that they've repeatedly contacted you, and any of these drivers that you can see on the left, is that also impacting your average handle time. So as you can see, your average handle time when a customer mentions repeat contact is sitting at 6:19. But when a customer mentions repeat contact and, for example, missed expectations, no call or call back, it actually jumps from 6:19 to 7:21. So we can track all your drivers to see what might be affecting average handle times. Not only can Tether help to pull apart the drivers from the voice of the customer, but we can also help keep track of what our agents can be doing to avoid future call deflection and some of those repeat contacts. So, for example, one good behavior to track from an agent perspective is the closing probe. And that is when the customer is saying, is there anything else I can help with? Therefore, trying to see if they've resolved all of the inquiries from the customer. So overall, sitting at 34.9%, but Tether helps you to break that out at an agent level so we can see which agents might need more help or coaching in that regard. Another good behavior to track is the percentage of proactive guidance that your agents are prescribing to your customers to try to move them from the call channel to the website or the app. So right now you're sitting at 4.2%, and then we can also break that apart by agent so we can see who's actually providing that guidance to help move your customer base to a different channel. And that is how Tether can help keep track of your repeat contact volumes with a few general metrics and a few pull apart trends.